here. So does anybody remember how you say good morning in Hebrew? Yeah, Lyra.
Boker Tov.
That's right. So if you say Boker Tov to me, I'm going to say Boker Or. Anybody remember Boker Or? Yeah, what's Mitchell?
Morning of light.
That's right, morning of light. Yeah. So we're having a morning of light. So we're going to start today on page 6 in our main book. This one.
68.
Well, Levi, can you read? It looks really dark where you are.
Yeah.
Okay, does everybody have their book? So page 66, where we left off last time is we had just read line 3. So we're going to read the last, starting with line 4 on this page. A couple of things that we learned in this chapter. So I'm going to just put everybody on mute for a second.
Which page?
Page 66. It's going to look like this. So what we learned at the top of the page and in the beginning of this chapter, which we're almost done with, we learned the chaf at the end of a word is long like that. And we learned that when you have the ah vowel with a yud after it, it goes I, just as if you went ah and then added a y sound, I. So those were the two main things we learned in this chapter, and we're gonna review that second one, the vowel combination, a little bit in these last 4 lines. And mostly this is going to be showing us different kinds of vowel combinations with a yud and how they get pronounced. So we're starting on line 4. Lyra, you want to read us the first word?
Okay.
Excellent. Mitchell.
Debre.
Good. Levi.
3.
It's line, yeah, the third word on line 4.
Emune.
Yes, excellent. Jonah.
The fourth one on.
Fourth one on 4.
Fourth one on 4.
Yep.
Wait.
Speak louder, Jonah.
What's the first? Well, not the first. What's the second letter, mate? I forgot what the sound of the second letter is.
The second letter is a vet. It makes a V sound.
So, Vut.
Avote.
Avote.
You have the line with the dot over it makes an O sound. And then there's the top, which you got right. And then the vowel, the 2 dots side by side go A. And the yod after it makes it a long A sound. You want to look at it and see how that's the sound it makes? Leela, you got the last one on line 4.
Moyetta.
So that third letter is an ayin, and it looks like an English Y, but it's a silent letter in Hebrew.
Oh yeah. Moeda.
Mo'adeh.
Moede. Okay.
Yeah, great. Lyra.
Amai.
Yes, Maimai, you got it. Good, that's the new vowel sound that we learned this chapter. Excellent. Okay. Line 5.
Yeah. And I.
Right. Levi.
Be, Beatty.
Yeah, excellent. Jonah,
What?
Jonah.
your turn.
Village.
What?
You got the fourth one on line 5, Jonah.
Emata? Emata?
Yes, Imatai. Good job. Leela.
Shira.
Yes, excellent. Shirai. Lyra.
Adon.
Excellent.
Jonah 1. That's the name of a song.
Mitchell, are you still there?
What?
Mitchell disappeared for a minute. Levi, you want to read us the next one?
Adoni.
Yes, excellent. And is Jonah there?
It's the bastard.
Oh, okay. So Leela, you want to read us the
Yeah. And don't and oh wait, he already read that one. Sorry. And Adona.
Adonai.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
So the ah vowel with the silent one next to it, the silent one does not change the sound of the vowel. So you just pronounce it like an ah, as if the silent vowel wasn't there, and it was just the ah vowel.
Okay.
Good job. Mitchell, you got the fourth one on 6.
Adona.
Adonai. So when that yud is after the 2 dots, then it's going to make a longer A sound.
Adonai.
Excellent. Lyra, last one on 6.
Adonai.
Excellent. Levi.
Adonai. That means our God.
Aloha.
Sorry, say it again. I couldn't hear the end.
Aloha. Aloha. Boy.
You have the first one on 7.
First one. Elohim.
Yes, Elohim, which means God. Good job. Jonah, you have the second one on 7.
Uha.
Elohai.
Elohai.
Yeah, because the ah and the yud at the end go I. Good job. Leela.
Elohai.
You're doing the third one on 7?
Yeah.
It's going to be Elohe, because the 2 dots go A, and then the yud after it makes a longer A sound, so Elohe.
Elohai.
Good. Mitchell.
Elohim. Eloheha.
Yeah, or just Elohecha, because the yud after the 3 dots doesn't really change the sound so much. So you can just say Elohecha, which means your God. Yeah. All of these words in these last couple lines are different ways of talking about God. Mira, you got the last one on line 7.
Eloha. Elohechem.
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 Yes, good. So, and then
no dot in that, it makes the ch.
if everybody wants to look at the note where it's below line 7, so the word that is spelled out like this, Adonai, somebody read us that one, and this is how you would spell the word Adonai if you were going to spell it out, but those two yuds that are before it, that's like, so when we say Adonai, when we're talking about Yud He Vav He, so the letters Yud He Vav He are a special name for God that we don't have vowels for because they're a mystery. And in ancient times, only the high priest in the temple knew how to pronounce it. And everybody else, if they saw the letters Yud He Vav He with no vowels, they would say Adonai, because it was like a name for God that wasn't the special secret name. So we just used that whenever we saw those letters. So then people started kind of abbreviating it with just two yuds. So when you see those two yuds, sometimes they'll have vowels under it like this, and sometimes they will just be the two yuds. But whenever you see those two yuds, it's like an abbreviation for the Yud He Vav He, which we don't say like a Yud He Vav He, we say Adonai. So if you see those two yuds, you just would say Adonai for it if you were reading it. So now we're going to read the Hebrew phrase at the bottom where it says cool Hebrew phrases. Levi, you want to just read us the first word of that?
David or David.
Yeah, David would be the Hebrew. Good. Jonah, second word.
Second word. Malach. Malach.
Melech.
Melech.
Mila.
Ishay Ra'el.
Almost. So that's a sin, not a shin, because the dot's on the left.
Okay.
And then the vowel under it is the silent vowel, so you don't pronounce the vowel part. So try it again.
Okay. Israel.
Yes, good. Mitchell.
Ha. Or he. Or ha.
It's going to be chai, because
Oh, yeah. Ha. Ha.
good. Anybody remember what chai means? Lilo, you got a hand up? Yeah. Chai means alive. Like people might have seen necklaces that have chet yud on them to spell chai, and they're necklaces that are kind of considered like good luck necklaces.
Yes.
Being alive.
On the page before, you can see it.
That's right. Yeah, if you look back, actually on I think it was at the beginning of the chapter, page 64, you can see a picture of a chai necklace. You've probably seen people wearing those. Some people might even have one. So then Lyra, you've got the last word.
The Kayam.
Excellent. So does anybody know a song that these words?
I do.
Any of the kids?
Have you heard it? Do you remember it at all?
I'll sing it for you guys, and you can see if it sounds familiar. Little hand motions that go with it. Some people might have seen that before. Anyway, so it means David, King of Israel, alive and existing. So we already did the next couple pages, and so we're going to go to page 71. It's like this. So page 71, this is kind of exciting. We've gotten to the point where we can read almost everything. So page 71 has a bunch of blessings, and we're going to be able to read these whole blessings. So we're going to start by reading the title at the top. So we're going to each take a line as we read. So I'm trying to remember who was the last person who read us the last word. I think it was Lyra, right? Okay. So Levi, you want to read us the title where it says Shabbat blessings in the blue?
Shel Shadat.
So the middle letter of that last word is a bet.
Oh yeah, Shabbat.
Right. Good. So how much of that can you translate? Do you know what brachot means?
I don't remember.
Do you know what bracha means in the singular? Like the word bracha? Anybody remember bracha? Means blessings. So bracha is a blessing, and then words that end in ot are always plural. So brachot is blessings, and then shel means like belonging to, and then we know Shabbat. So blessings of Shabbat. So Joni, you want to read us the title in the yellow that's right under that? Here I'm looking, right here.
Right there. Oh.
Can you read us those two words? So that's all, because the line makes an ah sound.
Oh.
Can't hear you.
Sorry, I couldn't only,
Am I not talking loud enough?
well, now you are, but you weren't then. I heard the beginning of the last word. Can you just read that second word again?
Okay. Hanerut.
Hanerot. Because the line with the dot over it goes O, okay? So does anybody remember the word all? We had it before, but we haven't looked at it in a while. Anybody remember all? It means on. So we looked at things being on things or things being under things before when we were doing more vocabulary. So all means on, but just like in English, you could say on and really mean about. Like you could say, I just read a book on cats. You don't mean literally there was a book on top of a cat. You mean it was a book about cats. So it's the same in Hebrew. All could mean on or it could mean about. So this is going to be kind of about or over. And then ha nerot. What's ha at the beginning? Raise a hand if you know ha. Levi.
The.
Yes, good. The. And then we know the ot at the end is making it plural. So then what we have left is ner. Does anybody know the word ner? You probably heard it because it's in blessings.
Where's my cup?
Anybody know the word ner? Think lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Anybody? Ner is a candle or a flame. So nerot, the ot makes it plural. So nerot is candles. So al hanerot is over the candles. So this is going to be the blessing that we say over the candles when we light candles on Friday night. So Leela, you've got the first line of the blessing there.
Okie doke. Baro. Atol.
That's the word that we just learned. We're going to say Adonai when we see those.
Oh yeah. Adonai. Eluha. No.
Eloheinu.
Melech. Otsam.
Olam. That third letter is a lamed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, great. So Leela, you just read the 6 words that open every blessing that has a baruch at the beginning of it. Like most blessings now, because these 6 words you're going to read over and over and over. So everybody's going to get super familiar with them. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. So Mitchell, you got the next line.
Etziranu.
I think you're on the wrong line, sweetie. I think you want to be on the middle line of that candle blessing.
Oh, yeah. Baruch.
No, that's the line that Leela just read. So we get the line below that one.
Keep on getting so mixed up. Well,
You want me to point?
Bore.
No, Mitchell, but Mitchell, look at my book. This is the line you're going to read. Okay, where this finger is.
Oh, going down now.
So you see where the candles are on the top of
Yeah,
the
I know. Asher Shano Gamitzvota.
Yeah, you got it. Asher Kitsano b'mitzvotav. So everybody, you guys are all going to learn those 3 words really well too, because those 3 words are in a lot of blessings. They're not in every blessing. Because if you look at those 3 words, Asher Kitsano b'mitzvotav, you look at the last word. See how it has the word mitzvot in it? So the mitzvot are the commandments or the things that we're asked to do to help us connect with what's holy. So those 3 words are going to be in a blessing if the blessing is about fulfilling a commandment or fulfilling a mitzvah. If the blessing is about just enjoying something like eating bread or whatever, we're not like commanded to eat bread. So we don't have to say this part of it because this is about fulfilling a mitzvah. But if it's doing something like lighting candles, which is a mitzvah, then we're going to say this part too. So now we're back to Lyra. You have the last line of that blessing.
Vetzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Excellent. I bet you have said that once or twice before. Good job. You got the title for the next blessing.
Okay. Y'all or no, all yayin.
Excellent. Al hayayin. So can you translate that?
Bless. I know there's the wine.
Good.
So
all is over.
over the wine.
Excellent. So Jonah, you have the next line.
Oh, is it? It's the same thing that Leela read.
That's right.
So, Wolkatan, Elmo, what is that word with the 2 words?
You're going to say Adonai for that.
Adonai, Yihonu,
Eloheinu.
Eloheinu, Mod, Ha, what's is last letter is the final mem.
Yeah, the very last letter is a final mem.
So that last will be
Yeah. Ha'olam. Good. Mila.
Okay. Beret,
Mm-hmm.
Peri,
Mm-hmm.
or
You got it. Excellent. Mitchell, you got the title for the blessing at the bottom of the page. Mitchell,
Yeah.
you got the title for the blessing at the bottom of the page.
Okay, I know. Yal Halechem.
Right. Al halechem. And so translate if you can. What's al?
On.
Right. On or over. And what's ha?
The.
Right. And do you know lechem? We haven't had it before, but some people know it anyway. Does it ring a bell? Anybody? Looks like Levi knows lechem. Lechem.
I think it's either bread or challah.
Yeah, it's bread. So challah is a type of bread. So we call it lechem, but we would also call other bread lechem. So very good. Great. So Lyra, you get the opening line of that blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam.
Excellent. Levi, you have the last line.
Hamotzi lehem min haaretz.
Good. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz means who brings forth bread from the earth. So probably you guys have said this blessing tons of times because every time you have challah, you say this blessing. So now you can read it, which is really great. So now we're going to go to page 72, which is the beginning of a new chapter, chapter 19. So it's got a couple key words at the top. And first, I think I want to introduce it a little bit because the book is kind of assuming that we know some stuff about Hebrew prayers. So raise your hand if you know the Shema. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Shema before we go ahead to do the chapter because this will be talking about the line that comes after the Shema. So the Shema is the 6 words, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. And a lot of Jewish kids say that line every night when they're going to sleep. And it's also a line that some parents whisper in their baby's ear when they're first born. So for some kids, it's the first thing they ever hear. And then it also traditionally is what people say when they're about to die. So it's usually the last thing that a Jewish person says in their whole life. And also, the Torah tells us to say it twice a day. So the word Shema means listen or hear. And then Yisrael, that's all of us. Adonai, God. Eloheinu is our God. Adonai Echad, God is one. So it's a statement about that all the different things that we might think of as God, whether it's judgment or compassion or creation or whatever it is, all of it is one God. There's not like a bunch of different powers out there. It's all connected. And it's all of it is our God, something that we can have a relationship with. So that's what the Shema is saying. So that's the Shema. And then there's a paragraph after it called the Ve'ahavta, which we mentioned last week. And Ve'ahavta means, and you shall love. So, and it starts off in the English saying, you shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. So this chapter is starting off teaching us about the phrase, with all your soul. And that's what the words at the top of the page are, is the words for with all your soul. So, this chapter is teaching us 2 new concepts. So one of them is if you look at these 2 words at the top, the first word looks like it would be bechal, but it's actually bechol. So if you look here, the first line of the new vowels, it's telling us the ah vowel sometimes has the sound of o. Now, it's kind of a bummer because we learned all the vowels and we think that, we know all our vowels now, and we really do. But there's just a couple little weird things in Hebrew. And one of them is that this ah vowel sometimes, occasionally makes an o sound. So if the word is kol or chol, it's always going to, in that particular word, make an o sound. And then sometimes in other places where the vowel is going to make an O sound, some sidurs, Hebrew prayer books, will write it differently. So if you look down here, some prayer books will make it longer or bigger than other vowels like it. And some of them will break it up like it was in 2 different pieces instead of just one. And then the other thing is when you have the ah vowel with a silent vowel next to it, it always makes an O sound. So that's one thing the chapter is teaching us. And then the other thing, you know, we've learned over and over that the two up and down dots make a sound if they're under the first letter of a word, but otherwise they're silent. And that is true, except with this exception, that if there's two of them in a row, two of these vowels in a row, the first one's going to be silent, but the second one is going to make a little bit of a sound. And it kind of has to be that way, because if it didn't make a little bit of a sound, it would be really impossible to pronounce the word. So this word up here, the second word, is nafshecha. So the two dots under the fe are silent, but the two dots under the shin, you're going to pronounce a little bit, because it would just be impossible to say the word otherwise. So that's really everything that this chapter is teaching us, is those two main ideas. So I'm going to read you guys the paragraph at the bottom of the page, but follow along with it so that you can read all the words, because it's bringing us a bunch of new Hebrew words. So it says, loving God, bechol nafshecha, that is with all your soul, is taught in the Ve'ahavta prayer. The word nefesh means breath or life. Rabbi Akiva used to teach that loving God, bechol nafshecha, means loving God with all your life, even if God takes your life. Many people risk their lives for the sake of others. Firefighters and police officers do this every day. Great leaders like Martin Luther King and Yitzhak Rabin faced real danger to bring freedom and peace to others. Sometimes ordinary people also do great deeds to help or rescue others. Such heroes show us what loving God, bechol nafshecha, really means. So what this is referring to with Rabbi Akiva lived in the 2nd century CE, and when the Romans were persecuting the Jews, and they had forbidden Jews to learn Torah or to teach Torah, and Rabbi Akiva kept teaching Torah. So he got tortured to death by the Romans, along with 9 other rabbis. So 10 rabbis got tortured and killed in public, like in a Colosseum kind of thing, by the Romans for teaching Torah. And as Rabbi Akiva was dying, he said the Shema. And he said the reason he was doing that was because his whole life he had said this prayer, and he had talked about loving God, b'chol nafshecha, with all his soul. And now he was finally getting to do it, to say it with his last breath. So these words are very special. And now we know how to read them. So we're going to turn to page 73 and do the reading page. I'm trying to think who read the end of that last prayer. I think it was Levi. So we're going to start with Jonah. Anyone want to read us the first word on page 73? And remember, what it's telling us is this page is teaching us about the ah vowel being pronounced as an O. So every time you see that T-shaped vowel, you're going to say O instead of ah on this page.
Oh,
Yes.
it's a
Cold.
Kechol. Because it's the first, the kaf with the dot in it is going to go ka, and the one without the dot's going to go cha.
Yeah.
Cool. Mitchell. Mitchell, you with us?
Yeah.
You got the third word on line 1.
Okay. Lecho.
I think you were reading us the fourth word. Yeah, the third word.
No, lecho.
The first letter is a vav on the third word.
I'm saying.
Oh,
Lecho.
okay, sorry. You know what? I must just be mishearing you. It's just the sound quality isn't that good. Okay, cool. Thank you. Mira, you got the fourth one on there.
Leho.
Excellent. Levi.
Fifth one?
Yeah, the last one on 1.
Miko.
Excellent. Is Jonah still there?
Yeah, he's like somewhere over there.
Lita, why don't you read first?
He's not here.
Do you want to read us the first one on line 2, please?
Yeah. 1 second. Ozzy.
It looks like Ozzy, but this page is showing us words where the
Ozzy.
excellent. Mitchell.
Mahurat.
So you actually had the second one on that line, but that's okay. You did the third one. So it's going to be Mohorat, because if this is showing us a page, this page is every time you see that vowel, it's going to be an O sound.
Yeah, I know. Oni.
Okay, yes, that one you got too. All right, Lyra, let's have you do the fourth one on line 2.
Ahali. No. Aholi.
So that would be perfect, except for that even the T vowel under the aleph is going to make an O sound in this word.
Holy.
Excellent. So that's one other rule they didn't teach us, but I'll teach you guys, is that in addition to the T vowel with the silent vowel next to it always being an O sound, if there's a T-shaped vowel in the syllable right before, it's also going to make an O sound.
Oh, goodness. I can remember.
There's not very many things in Hebrew that are weird like this in terms of how you pronounce, at least compared to English. English is way harder that way, but there's a couple of them, and this is one. It's not a super important one to remember. A lot of people say it wrong, and a lot of books like this was telling us will make the vowel look different so that it's easier to remember. But it's good if you can remember it, then you'll impress everybody with how well you're reading Hebrew. So Levi, last one on 2.
Raim.
You got everything right except that first letter's at Sadi.
Oh yeah. So Raim.
Excellent. Leela.
Wait, which one?
First one on 3.
Okay. Gade. Oh, I mean, Gode, low, la.
You got it's good low. Because remember those 2 vertical dots in the middle of a word like that is going to be silent.
Oh yeah. Okay. Low.
Good. Mitchell.
Hafishi.
Okay, just that would be perfect except for 2 things. One is that that T-shaped vowel, the kamatz it's called, is going to make an O sound in this word too. And the other is that the 2 vertical dots are going to be silent. Want to try it again?
Okay. Hoshi.
You got it. Excellent. You got the third one on 3.
Circle.
You got it. Excellent. Levi.
Naim.
Excellent. Oznaim. Oznaim means ears. Every word that ends aim is something that there's 2 of. Like ears and eyes and legs, all those things have an aim at the end. Leela, last word on 3.
Code show. Code shoe.
Code show. That's excellent. Mitchell. On 4.
Oh, Meg.
Yeah.
Oh. Ani.
You're doing first one on 4.
Oniano.
That was right for the second one on 4, so that's fine. I'll have Lyra do the first one on 4 instead. But good job. Yes. Good job. You got it. So Levi, if you could do the third one on 4 now, that'd be great.
Carnenu.
Say it again.
Carnenu.
Yes. Excellent. Leela, fourth one on 4.
Yeah. Osreno.
Yes, you got it. Mitchell, last one on 4. Mitchell? Mitchell, you there? Hey, Mitchell, can you hear me? Huh. It doesn't seem like Mitchell can hear me. So, Lyra, let's have you do the last one on 4. Excellent.
So,
You got the first one on 5.
Odef.
Yes, good job. Leela, you got the second one on 5.
Zeth. Wait, no. Zeth.
Well, that first letter's a het, so the other.
Oh, yeah.
Try it again. Great, good job. Okay, I don't think Mitchell's there right now. So we're back to Lyra again. You got the third one on 5.
hang on 1 second. Okay.
Great. Levi.
Odef.
Uh-oh. What do we got here?
I'm sorry, which one were you reading? I just got distracted for a second. 4.5, right? Isn't that? Yeah, I think so.
Oden.
It's Ogen.
As I said.
You get some volume?
Cool, thanks.
You want to make it a little more?
Hey, Jonah's back. So Jonah, you want to read us the first one on, sorry, no, you got the last one on 5.
Okay. Still on the same page?
Yeah, we're still on page 73. You got the last one on line 5.
Okay. Sarah?
Koref.
Correct?
Yes, good. So Leela, you have the first one on 6. Now remember, this is the other new concept that we haven't read yet, where you have the 2 vertical dot vowels in a row. The first one silent, and the second one you're going to pronounce a little bit.
Okay. Okay. Tease, room.
Yes, you got it. Tease Karu. That was excellent.
Boom. Shaboom.
One on line 6.
Crew.
You're doing the second one on 6.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Dash.
Yeah, got it. That was excellent. Ich beshu. Lyra, you got the third one.
Nitma'u.
Excellent. Levi, fourth one on 6.
Yismahu.
Yeah, yismahu. Good job.
Chapter.
Jonah, you got the last one on 6.
Yeah, talk loud. What's happening?
What happened? What happened?
I am stopping screen sharing because we're all watching Mitchell's screen for now. So I am fixing that. It'll. Okay, don't want to share a screen. I want to. You know what? It's just going to take me a minute.
Yay!
Last screen sharing. There we go. Okay.
It's the screen sharing.
In any case, Jonah, why don't you go ahead and read?
Okay.
Wait, no, I'm my turn.
Yeah, I'll do it.
It was my turn.
Wait, Jonah, wasn't Jonah in the middle of reading?
No. Oh, yeah, he was. Sorry.
So Jonah, why don't you finish reading us? You're reading us the last word on line 6.
What is that second letter like?
Sorry?
What's the second letter? Milan. What is the
There we go. What's what?
what is the second letter?
It's a vet.
You know?
It's ye to who.
To who?
Okay, great. So Leela, you have the first word on line 7.
Mishka. Wait a second. Oh, right. Mishka.
Good job. Mitchell, second word on line 7. Hooray. Lyra, you got the third one on 7. Mifraze. Good. Yeah. So, and a couple people, I don't know if you all are remembering the 2 dots side by side with a yud after is going to lengthen out the sound of the vowel, so it's going to be A. Levi. That's the first one on 7.
Migdale. No, I didn't.
That was right.
Migdale.
Yeah, good job. And Jonah, you have the last one on line 7.
Nivahi.
Sorry?
Nivahi.
No, you got to look at it one syllable at a time. So slow down a little bit and just do a little bit at a time. So how's it going to start? Right, meave is the first syllable.
What's the weird letter I don't?
The third letter is a tet, makes a T sound.
Sorry, Jonah. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. Sorry.
It wasn't.
We're all waiting for you to read the word, sweetie. Can you try reading it again?
Leave tall.
You got mita, and then what's that last? What's that fourth letter? It's a chet, right? You're gonna go ch. So now try the whole word, okay?
Leave tall. Leave teja.
Nifteche. Good. You got it. All right. You guys are doing great. So on page 74, we're just going to do the 2 lines at the bottom. So we're going to go on page 74 to the blue rectangle. And it says circle the vowels that always make the O sound. So circle the ones that always make the O sound in that line. And then in the next line, it says circle the vowel that sometimes makes the O sound. And then at the bottom, it says bonus. This word has 2 vowels that make the O sound. Highlight both of them. You can at least just look at it. So when you've circled all your letters on those 2 lines, then if you could show me, that'd be great. I'm going to take the mute off so people can ask questions if you have questions. Levi. Hold it a little higher up and then hold it still. Yes, perfect. You got it right, Levi.
That sometimes make you so.
Okay, so Leela, you did the bottom of the page, but how about the 2 lines with the blue
Oh
rectangle?
yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah. It isn't always, right? This is sometimes just or different. Oh, okay.
Move your book to the right a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, good. So, and then lower it down a little bit. So, yeah, except you
So the 2 O's.
one of them, Mitchell. And actually, I realize now looking at it, Levi, I think you missed one of them too, because there's 3 in the first blue rectangle line. There's 3 letters that always make an O sound.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you find the other one. And Mitchell did the one in between the 2.
No, this is the shin. So this is the last one. So circle the final letter and circle the first letter.
Yes, Levi, yours is right now.
And then fold it.
And Mitchell,
Yeah.
Mitchell, you need to circle one more on the bottom line, because on the bottom line.
It's just this one. It's this.
Oh, no, you're right.
Sometimes makes
Yes,
the
that
O
one on the bottom line. Okay. Yes, and Leela, you have it right too.
Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. Got it. Yeah.
Okay, can you go for a second?
Okay, Leela, can you hold it back? I see the bottom right. So, the only thing you're missing is there's one more on the top line. I should hold your book a little higher. Hold it higher and a little further away.
So can you see the picture of what she's saying?
Okay, so Lyra, you have everything except for the first blue rectangle line. There's one more vowel that always makes the O sound, which is this one in the middle. That's just the dot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, good. I think you guys have the idea down. So we're gonna move to page 75. So page 75 is kind of a fun one because these are all words that are the same sound in Hebrew as in English. And that's because in biblical Hebrew, they didn't have all these things. So when they had to come up for words for them in modern times, they just used the English word for a lot of them. So we're going to read the words, and then you can write them in at the bottom under the right category of thing that they are. But mostly we're just focusing on reading. So we're going to read pretty quickly, and if you don't get to write every word in English, don't worry about it. So Lyra, you want to read us number 1 on page 75?
Coffee.
So it's just going to be cafe. Yeah, this page, not all of the vowels make an O sound. So cafe. So what's cafe?
Coffee.
Excellent. And Levi, read us number 2, please.
Telephone.
Yeah, telephone. Mitchell, did you have a question?
Well, if they want to make it sound like coffee,
Mm-hmm.
then they could just write it like coffee. They have an E vowel.
That's true. I think probably the word cafe that isn't just from English, it's probably like from other languages like French that where it would be cafe. There's a lot of languages where it's kind of similar, so you're right, that one didn't come right from English. Jonah, you want to read us the third word?
What?
Third word on page 75, please.
Okay. Baseball.
Yeah, baseball. Okay, it looks like Leela's not here right now. So Mitchell, you want to read us the fourth one?
Yeah, sure. Pudding. Pudding.
Yep.
Pudding.
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 Yeah. Number 5.
I think that's you, Lyra. You get number 5.
Number 5.
Toaster.
Yep. Toaster. Levi, number 6.
Ski.
Yeah, ski. So are Jonah or Leela there? Looks like neither one of them is there right now. So I think we're up to Mitchell. You got number 7, Mitchell. Hamburger. Yep. Hamburger.
Oh, hamburger.
Yeah. Okay, Jonah, you're back. Why don't you read us number 8?
1 second.
1 second. Lynn, I'm taking Leela to baseball practice. She's got baseball on Sunday.
Okay. All right. So, Jonah, can you read us number 8 now?
Well, I need to get
I'll go back to Lyra. Lyra, you want to read us number 8, please?
Limonada.
Excellent. What do you think that is?
Lemonade. Lemonade.
Yeah, lemonade. Good.
That's how they say it in Italian, limonada.
Levi, number 9.
Televizia.
Yeah, what do you think that is? Televizia. Yeah, television.
Television.
Great. Jonah, you want to do number 10, please? Are you ready to do one yet, Jonah?
Yeah.
Great. Can you read us number 10?
Football.
Yeah, you got it. Mitchell, number 11.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lyra, number 12.
Balloon. Balloon.
Blender.
Blender.
You guys have a blender?
No.
Oh, well.
No.
Levi, number 13.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, spaghetti. Jonah, you got 14.
Sport.
Yeah. Mitchell, number 15.
Milk. Milkshake.
Yeah.
Milkshake.
Yeah. Have a milkshake with your pizza. Lyra. 16. Right. Steak. Don't put the steak in the blender. Levi, number 17.
Mixer.
Good. Jonah, 18.
Cider.
Yeah, cider. You like apple cider? Mitchell, number 19.
Golf.
Golf. Lyra, number 20.
Soda.
Yeah. So this is really cool because you guys can you can read words like this that you're going to know what they mean because they're practically the same in English. But also you now have like a secret code that you can communicate with each other in any time, where you can write any English word with Hebrew letters and nobody who can't read Hebrew will know what you're talking about. So, so now we're going to go to the activity book. So we're going to switch books to the blue one. And we're going to go to page 73 in the activity book. It's one that looks like this. So, there, you want to hand if you got the page in the right book?
One second.
Yeah, page 73.
73.
So, so has anybody practiced this yet? I sent it as a homework assignment.
Did you practice it? Raise your hand, honey.
I didn't get to.
Okay. Lyra did.
I was too busy.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're gonna,
Yes, it is.
so we're going to read it now. So first I'm going to read you the paragraph at the top of the page. It says, Ma nishtana. On Pesach, that's Passover, at the Seder, the youngest child usually asks the 4 questions. You are now able to read them in Hebrew. In the word mikol and shebechol, the T-shaped vowel is pronounced as O. Highlight these words in yellow each time they appear below. Practice reading or singing the 4 questions. So,
Yeah, but he won't be at your table.
so you guys probably are going to all be at Seder for Passover, and probably some of you are going to be at the Seder that the Havurah is having, which is not the first night or the second night, but it's like on the Sunday of Passover. Mitchell, you have a question?
No, I'm going.
Oh, you're good.
We've got a Bet Sefer Seder in the morning.
Oh, okay.
We do a brunch Seder.
Okay. So I was just thinking that, and I checked this with the people who were leading the Chavurah Seder, that if any of you were going to be at the main Chavurah Seder, they would love to have any of you that are there leading the 4 questions together. And Levi, did you have a question?
I can't come to that.
Oh, okay. So maybe nobody is. I'm not sure. But at the Beit Sefer Seder, hopefully all of you guys who are there, you're going to be able to read the Manish Tanah in Hebrew now. And we're going to practice reading it and singing it this week and next week. And then when Passover comes, you guys will be able to lead it at whatever Seders you're at, whether it's at the Chavurah Seder or at your home or somebody else's home. You'll be able to do it with reading the actual Hebrew and not just the transliteration. So what they were pointing out is that every time we have the word shebechol or mikol, it looked like it's an ah sound was going to be an o sound. So we'll just take those as we get to them. So what we're going to do first is we're going to just read it line by line. And everybody's going to read a whole line. And then once we've read it through, then we'll do it all together. So, Lyra, you want to read us the first line on 73, please?
Manishtanah halayla hazeh mikol halaylot.
Excellent. I think you've read that before, huh? Good job. Levi, you have line 2. That's a tough one.
Sheb ha laylot anu Lin Hamat.
Yeah. Umatza.
Yeah, matzah.
Good. And Jonah's not there, I think.
Oh, wait,
Are you there? Okay, great. Come back. So, Jonah, you have line 3 on page 73 in the activity book. Are you with us?
Page 73 in the activity book.
Yeah, I'll let you get settled and take Mitchell first. So, Mitchell, you want to read us line 3, please?
How?
Mitchell, line 3.
What? I thought you were talking. Sheb how long I keep on hearing something. I keep on hearing you talking to me.
I'm not talking right now, but I will forward and tell you that you're supposed to be reading line 2.
What is it on?
Shabel how leave
Sha'ar, that's right.
yeah.
So that last word is yirakot.
Oh, Yirakot.
So you can stop there. We're just reading one line each.
Okay.
So just a couple things. It's Shebechol haleilot anu ochlin sha'ar yirakot. You got it mostly right. That was good. That's very good. That was a hard line too. So Jonah, if you want to go back and read us line 3, because Mitchell read us line 4, and so if you could read us the third line on page 73, please.
Nowhere near it. What is this?
I don't know. Ask for what.
What page is this, Mom?
Line, what page are we on?
Yeah.
73. So Jonah, if you could please stay in your seat and follow along, then you're going to learn way, way, way more than if you jump around and then just come back to read your own line. So are you on page 73 now?
Yeah.
Okay, can you read us the third line of the Hebrew, please?
Wait.
The third line of the Hebrew on page 73 in the activity book, please.
Yeah, but my dad said that one thing was 2 lines.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. You're just going to read us one line. Can you read us line 3, please?
They're right there.
I don't know.
Halayla. Keep going. What's the second word?
Oh, I read it.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry, can you just read it again? Because I somehow didn't hear you.
Okay. 11. Matzah.
Halayla hazeh kulo matzah. Good. So Lyra, we're back to you. And if you could read us the 5th line, because we did the last 2 of them out of order. So we got the 5th line. Excellent. Levi, are you there?
Yeah.
Good. Could you please read us the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th line? You got the longest one, I think. Right. Good job. That was very good. Tina, you got the 3rd to the last line there.
We'll talk about it when we're done.
So the first word is halayla. The second word on the second letter of the second word is a zayin. It makes the Z sound. Hazeh. The 3 dots go F.
What's that sound?
I don't know. Can you just keep reading, please?
Shabat.
That's with Qaf, the second letter, so it's Shatay.
Shabat. What's mean?
The Amin.
The Amin.
Good. Mitchell, you got the second to last line.
Wait. What?
It's going to be Shebachol because it's going to be one of the times it goes O. Ochlin, that's a final nun.
Okay, clean. Bain. Yoshvin. Mesudi.
Good. Good job. Okay, you got the last line.
Masubin.
Good. Halayla hazak kulano misubin. So I'm going to just tell you a little bit about what the words mean, because we just read through all this stuff and we just were doing it for pronunciation. So now we're going to talk a little bit about what the words mean so that it's a little easier to understand and so that we can have an idea of what we're saying. So we're not just reading kind of, gibberish. So ma nishtana, it means how is it different? Halayla is, so we know ha means the, and Lila means night, but ha-Lila doesn't only mean the night, it means this night. So it's how is this night different? Mikol, from all, halelot, the nights. So we usually translate it, how is this night different from all other nights? So we call this paragraph the 4 questions, but really it's kind of like one question with 4 answers. Lyra, did you have something to say?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
1 question and 4 answers.
Right. So then, Shebachol halelot, on other nights, anu ochlin, we eat chametz umatzah. Chametz is, anybody know what chametz is? Yeah, Levi.
Bread?
Yeah, chametz is bread or any kind of leavened, it could be bread or cake or any kind of thing that is has risen, like has hot air in it. So on other nights, we eat chametz or matzah. Halayla hazeh, tonight, kulo matzah. Tonight, just matzah. Shebechol halelot, on other nights, anu ochlin, we eat sha'ar yirakot, all kinds of greens. Halayla hazeh, maror. Tonight, just maror. Does anybody know what maror is? Lyra.
Like bitter herbs.
Exactly. Shebechol halelot, on other nights, anu ochlin, we eat matbilin afilu sorry, we don't say anu ochlin, it's just anu matbilin afilu pa'am achat. So on other nights, ein anu matbilin afilu pa'am achat. On other nights, we don't dip even once. Like usually we don't dip one food in another at all when we're eating. Halayla hazeh shetei pa'amin. Tonight, 2 times. Does anybody know what are the 2 things we dip at a Seder? Levi.
We dip bitter herbs into salty water,
Well, usually we dip the bitter herbs into the charoset, into the sweet stuff. And then, but we do dip something in salt water. Do you remember what we dip in salt water?
Oh, eggs.
Well, eggs too, actually. That's a third thing, but that one is kind of just a custom. But for sure, part of the Seder, we dip parsley or other things like that into salt water too. Good. And then the last two lines. Maybe this is what Jonah's dad was talking about when he said that 2 lines at a time go together. The last 2 lines. Shebachol haleilot, on other nights, anu ochlin, we eat bein yoshvin uvein misubin, either sitting or reclining. Halayla hazeh kulanu misubin. Tonight, all reclining. Does anybody know why we recline at Seders? Mitchell.
Well, because we're free and we get to.
That's right. That's right. If you're a slave, nobody lets you recline. Yeah.
Nobody lets you have a pillow either.
That's right. So, so how many people know the song for Manishtana? Like the tune? Who here has ever sung the tune of Manishtana? So let's do it 1 line at a time. So I'm going to sing you the first line, and then we're all going to sing together. So when everybody is singing, you're going to be reading it from the book, not just trying to remember what I say. So we're going to sing it slowly. The first line is Manishtana halayla hazeh mikol haleilot, and then you repeat those last 2 words. Mikol haleilot. So let's sing together. Look at your books. Manishtana halayla hazeh mikol haleilot. Mikol haleilot. So the second line. Shebechol haleilot. Let's just do those 2 words together on the second line, the first 2 words. Shebechol haleilot. I want to hear you guys do it without me so I can hear you. Go ahead. Excellent. The next 2 words. Anu ochlin. Hametzu matzah. Good job. And that we repeat too. And then it goes, halayla hazeh. Sing that. And we repeat those 2 words. Halayla hazeh. Kulahu matzah. And then we repeat that whole line. Alayla hazeh, alayla hazeh, kulahu matzah. So let's sing those first 3 lines all together.
Okay, here, let's look along as we do it.
So we're going to start at the top. Shebechol haleilot anu ochlin hametzu matzah, hametzu matzah, halayla hazeh, halayla hazeh, kulahu matzah, halayla hazeh, halayla hazeh, kulahu matzah. So we're not going to sing the whole rest of it now because I think it'll be easier once you guys have gotten to read it over some more. So for homework this time, it's just going to be practicing this page, reading it and singing it. And I'm going to send all you guys a recording of it so you can sing along with the recording too. And then next week, we're going to meet together in person and we'll get to practice it together in person. And also next week, we're going to do chapter 20, which is the last chapter of our book. And we will officially know how to read anything there is to read in Hebrew. You guys are going to be able to read. So that is really exciting. So I'm just going to unmute everybody and see, does anybody have any questions or comments? Mitchell, did you have something you wanted to say? No, you just had a hand kind of up. Okay. What? So who here has something that they can listen to music on, either a smartphone or a computer or something that you can listen to?
I have an iPad.
Okay, excellent. So I'm going to send all you guys the recording of how to sing this, and then you can practice singing it, and then you can practice singing it with the recording. So if your parents forget, you can ask them to get the recording onto whatever you have to listen to music with at your house. So, and I will see you all a week from now at the Chavurah, and we'll all meet in person. So have a great week, everybody.
Bye. Say
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye 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 bye. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.